All right, everyone, welcome to our winter wellness version of our Essential Oils Made Easy class. I think it's so great to be able to teach the foundational basics, but also mix in seasonal tips because that makes it applicable and super relatable to what's going on in life right now. So we're going to have fun. Here's a little fact for you. Did you know that when you learn through a computer screen, your retention rate is only 10%? And so I want to give you some tips on, like, we're going to spend the next, 30 to 45 minutes together. How can I help you remember more than 10%? I want you to remember more than 10%. So here are 5 really simple steps that you can do to take your retention rate for this class from 10% to 90%. Okay, so number 1 is keeping your camera on. This helps keep you accountable as a listener. It keeps you engaged and focused. And for me as the speaker, it helps me watch for feedback and body language. If you're looking confused, I know to slow down. If you're looking tired, I know to speed up. So it will help me connect with you eye to eye and heart to heart. The second thing that you can do is to be in a posture of learning. So sit up if you can, focus on me, try to not look at the TV screen if you have to, okay? The third thing is to take notes. Grab a pen and paper. If you want to take notes on your computer, that's fine. Be able to do that. Number 4, shout out the answers. And I'm not actually going to make you actually shout them out, but we're going to use the chat box. So if you haven't familiarized yourself with that, go ahead and hover over your screen and pull up the chat box so you can see where we'll be typing in. Have your keyboard ready. I'm going to be asking you some questions. If you have a burning question during this class and you don't want to forget it, put it in the chat box. We'll come back to it and we'll look at all those and make sure that everything is answered. And the last thing that you can do to make sure your retention goes up is to just have fun, okay? We're gonna keep this fast and upbeat and really enjoy our time together. And I think it should be a good time because I love to do this. So I'm hoping you'll have a good time attending this. Okay, so my name is Amy Baumitz. I am a diamond with Doterra. And for you, that could mean I'm like a rainbow unicorn. That means nothing to you. And that's totally fine. What that simply means is that I represent some of the top leaders in Doterra, and I'm super passionate about what I do. And that's teaching people how to use their oils and how to incorporate them into their life and their lifestyle. And that we have this amazing, basically bottled up plants to help our bodies work in amazing ways. Okay. I have a slide deck, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that. So we can, you don't have to look at my face this whole time, and you'll have something else to look at. So let's see if I can do this well. And if I hit play, okay, how's that look? Does everyone see that? Awesome. Okay, so I think it's important to kind of start this conversation with why in the world I take the time to do this. Why is my child sleeping upstairs? My husband's eating his lunch in another room so we can't hear him chewing. And here I am at my kitchen table with you. And my journey started back, it's almost, I think 7 or 8 years. And it started for me when I was having health issues that were leaving me super frustrated. My husband, Gary, and I were married. I was having recurring bladder infections, and I was losing my mind. I was just at the end of my rope, and I felt really powerless in the process. I felt like there wasn't anything I could do outside of going and seeing somebody to try and help me. And around the same time, my mother, Melissa, received her first little kit of oils, and she said to me, I'm going to mix something up and let's see if it gives you relief. And it did. And I was floored. It never occurred to me that there was something outside of driving to the emergency room in the middle of the night. There was something that I could do in my own home was unbelievable to me. So we got our own little kit of oils, and we really haven't looked back. It's been this process of incorporating them and then being parents and incorporating them. But I am blown away to this day at how they change the fabric of how we navigate daily life. And I love being able to teach other people about that too. So that's really why I'm here and why Gary's chewing in another room. Okay. I'm trying to let somebody in from the waiting room. 1 second. Let's see if that works. Okay, so why doTERRA? I think it's important for you to understand that not oils are created equal. And you're like, oh, of course you're going to say that, Amy, but let's consider this for a minute. There really is no governing body over the essential oil industry. There is only one rule. To be sold over the counter or on the shelf of the big box store, an essential oil must have at least 5% real oil in it, and it can be labeled 100% pure and sold. Okay. And doTERRA is not willing, like, doesn't want anything to do with that. That's not the standard that they want to live by. They are like, we're going to set our own standard. And so they are going about the way that they're getting their oils in such an incredible way, in such an empowering way. And I want you to understand that sourcing matters. Like, the way that they source their oils is so significant. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Testing matters. Integrity matters. Are people being cared for all along the way? And ultimately, you matter, and the support that you receive matters. So basically, when it comes to doTERRA, it is a privately owned company. They are a $1 billion debt-free company, and they have a heart to serve. And that is absolutely what they do. They are the most tested and trusted oils globally. Every single batch of essential oils is tested 54 times before they're bottled up and sent to us. They're 100% pure 100% of the time. And there's a third-party lab that is testing all of those oils, and those results are available to us. Okay. doTERRA is giving back. That's what co-impact sourcing is all about. We don't buy farms. We build farmers. Okay. We go all over the globe to where plants are grown best. And instead of like transplanting things to the US where it's maybe cheaper to do it, okay? No middlemen to gouge prices. While we're working in these remote villages really all around the globe, maybe there's a need for fresh water. Let's get a well in there for some clean water. Is there a school, a need? Let's build a school, and let's say that both boys and girls get to go, even if the culture says that girls shouldn't be allowed to go to school. Is there a need for a medical facility? Okay, we're going to build it, staff it, and fund it so you have the medical care that you need. doTERRA is incredibly generous, and they love to give back. And I just know that every time I pick up a bottle of essential oil, like, it's blessing my family, right? Maybe it's saving us from a temper tantrum. Maybe it's like offering respiratory support, but it's blessing other people too all along the way, especially the people who are growing and sourcing the plants that make these oils, okay? The Healing Hands Foundation is the last line there, and there's a lot that I could say about what doTERRA does with this, but this is basically how they give back. This is their humanitarian part, and they are giving to different ministries and organizations that free and rescue women and children out of sex trafficking. There are disaster relief funds. We were the first on the ground in Nepal. That's where we got our wintergreen from. And when the earthquake happened, we were first on the ground there, and we were some of the last to leave. We have microloans that are being given out to empower women. So many ways that doTERRA is lifting up others. And I love that I can purchase a product from a company like this. Okay. So, there's some fun pictures for you. You're welcome. The goal of this class is to empower you. I want you to walk away knowing 3 cool things about essential oils, 3 ways to use them, and how to ultimately get oils in your home. Okay. Because this is a winter wellness class, I want to talk a little bit about like what it's like when you're sick or dealing with just wellness, the things we deal with this time of year. Okay. And so basically, how do you spend time when you're sick? Do you spend it coughing, sleeping, watching TV, or complaining about being sick? Or maybe you're thinking of somebody you love in your life. Maybe they're spending a lot of time in that blue area. But the bottom line is this: there are some really simple steps you can take to help stay healthy. One of the things that I don't necessarily feel like we have to dwell a long time on, but I think it's worth considering, is if you think about, there's so much sickness between like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, in those times. And yeah, we're with a lot of people. We're seeing a lot of people. There's all that, but there's also like a lot of treats and a lot of like sweets that enter the equation. And you think about how much that decreases your immune system's ability to do its job. I'm not saying you can't eat sugar or you should never eat sugar. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm here to do. Okay. Live your life, love it. I want you to be aware of that when you have 1 tablespoon of like white refined sugar, you are paralyzing your immune system for 5 hours. Okay. So just like think about that when you're with people. Think about maybe upping some of the oils you're using. And the reality is we have to take a minute for this. I've heard this before, but I heard it in a new way. So the average American consumes 150 pounds of sugar every year. That's 1.7 million Skittles. I was like, who put it in Skittles? I just thought that was so interesting. Is everything okay? Gary's here. That's Ella. Gary's here. Okay. So just something to keep in mind, food for thought. Okay. What about some of the Onguard products that are going to be super helpful to you this time of year? So I absolutely want to make sure I talk about Onguard Plus. Well, first of all, Onguard, this is our protective blend. This is immune support across the board. It's so critical this time of year. And Doterra is really brilliant to create different kinds of Onguard products to support us all along the way. So I've got our Onguard Plus right here in our home. And I love this because it's our beloved Onguard blend with the like additional like fighting ninjas of black pepper, melissa, and oregano. These are some of the most powerful antivirals that you can get your hands on. It's just this small soft gel I take one morning and night. I think that we've fared so well through the winter, and I love being able to offer this as support, right? It's a great preventative. There are also chewables. These contain, hi, are you okay? Okay. Hi. Hi. I'm going to hold you for a second, okay? I'm teaching them about Onguard. Okay, so the Onguard chewables, they have some additional things in there. Zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, and beta-glucan. And this is interesting because that beta-glucan, it accesses the immune system in 3 ways. So its support is phenomenal. It's like chewing candy with those little chewables. These are things that you can be proactive with, right? What are the things we can do before the sickness shows up to help us fight and win? Okay, did a picture come up? Onguard hand sanitizing mist right here. We use this all over. We think this is so critical. I am not a huge fan of traditional hand sanitizers. There's a lot of alcohol in them. There's a lot of other things in them. If they have a fragrance, there's also other things in them. So when it comes to traditional hand sanitizer, I would really encourage you to replace it with an Onguard hand sanitizing mist. You're going to miss out on all of those things that you don't really want on your hands. And it has an apple extract in there, so it's very soothing. It's got your Onguard in there, and it's got a more naturally occurring ethyl alcohol that's not as harsh on your hands. So that's a great thing to have on the go to spray your hands with. The truth is, nothing is more effective than hand washing. And I have to be honest with you too, traditional hand, like cleansers and soap, there's some really harsh stuff in there. There's some chemicals in there. If this is something that you have like the bandwidth to swap out, swap it out. Your body will thank you. Your hormones will thank you. And this is the Onguard foaming hand wash, and it does not like strip your hands. Your hands will still be soft, and it will help, like, you know, in the winter, those winter hands, I just can't with that. Okay. But remember, wash your hands. It's so critical, and it really reduces passing those germs around. Okay. What about sleep? You spend a third of your life sleeping. Let's make sure we are spending it well, friends. Let's sleep well. And remember, when you're sleeping, that restoration is happening, and you need to regenerate and rest and heal. And so what are some things that you can do to help you get a great night's sleep? Well, we're looking here at the Serenity products, and we love our Serenity products. I've got these upstairs in the bathroom. Basically, the Serenity soft gels are on the right there, and this is going to help you get into a deeper REM sleep. This is where the healing and the restoration occurs. It does not make you groggy. You will not be, there are a lot of people who take this when they're feeling like anxious during the day. It does not make you groggy. If your baby needs you to get up in the middle of the night, you will be able to get up and be with them. If your dog needs you, if you have to get up and use the restroom, you will be fine. But when you go back into your bed, you will fall asleep faster when you get back in bed. All right. And honestly, I just have to give a little shout out that one of the biggest sleep disruptors is actually your phone. So if you have a chance, plug it in away from your bed, plug it in somewhere else, turn it into airplane mode. You know, it's communicating with towers all night long. Give your body a break and kind of keep that away. Lack of sleep is just a huge downer. You know, it's the statistic of how it can make you like some missed sleep is basically being sleep deprived is basically like having too much alcohol. Okay. You're not making good judgment decisions. And so, just take care of yourself in this way. Fun fact, women have 40% more sleep problems than men. So, I might put forth that typically this is because 57% of men snore, or maybe because our mind starts racing. So we've got the oils and the things to help you quiet your mind, and Serenity is such a beautiful way to help you do that and to quiet your mind. All right, Lifelong Vitality is what just flashed onto the screen. These are Doterra's vitamins, and it is hands down one of their top selling products. I've got ours right here. We're going to talk more about these later, but I just think having a quality vitamin, a really quality vitamin, is such an important part of staying healthy. You good? It's such an important part of staying healthy and feeling well. And I can't wait to teach you more about it later. But basically, doTERRA's doctor, Dr. Hill, says you can either take a handful of healthy supplements now, or you can take a handful of prescription drugs later in life. Either way, you're taking a handful of pills. You know, let's make it the natural ones. We don't miss a day without our support this way. And your immune response in your body, you need to make sure your organs are functioning as they should be, so you can win against the current threats. All right, so that's a little winter wellness. Why don't you make sure you have your paper and pen out? We're gonna get started here with 3 cool things about essential oils. Remember, these are like, if you remember nothing else, I hope you remember these things. So the first thing I wanna make sure I talk about is how safe they are. You know, you might read some things on the internet, you might hear some things from a friend. We are here to make sure you use oils well and properly. And we want you to know that they're safe and natural, and they offer the most amazing support. There's no side effects, no worries about addictions. They're simply from plants, and they offer amazing health benefits. If you went out into the garden, you pulled a peppermint leaf and smelled it, and you smelled that peppermint, that's the part of the plant that we're bottling up by cold pressing it or steam distilling it and sending to you. Essential oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. They're very powerful. If you were like an herby mama trying to get your kids to take herbs, like what it might take you 2 weeks of herbs, is like a drop of essential oil will do for you. If we were all together right now, I'd pass around peppermint. Okay, so I've got my peppermint right here, and it's so energizing. It opens up your airways. It opens up your sinuses. It's very cooling to your body. Maybe you're cool because there's your immune, or maybe you're hot because your immune system is working hard. Maybe you're hot because of hormones. Maybe you're hot because you live somewhere where it gets warm sometimes. But this, just like a little bit on the back of your neck, across your forehead, will really help bring that down. If you're feeling like you've got some head discomfort or some digestive discomfort, this is a great oil to reach for. The little mug at the bottom of the screen there is to remind me to tell you that if you had a bellyache tonight, I could bring you 1 drop of peppermint, or I could brew you 28 cups of peppermint herbal tea. That's a lot, my friends. You'd probably float away and feel worse if I brought you the 28 cups of peppermint tea. So I'm going to stick with the 1 drop of oil, and that's just how powerful it is. Just a dab will do you. And that's a perfect way to understand how much stronger an essential oil is than an herb. The second cool thing about essential oils is that they're effective. They're actually oftentimes more effective than the modern approach to health problems. And here's why. Essential oils are so smart. They're so smart. You guys know how when you have your cell, a bacteria is going to be on the outside. That's, one of the threats would be a bacteria on the outside of the cell, but a virus is on the inside, duplicating the DNA, wreaking all sorts of havoc. And antibiotics, modern medicine, cannot penetrate that cell wall to get to where the virus is. That's why if you have a viral infection, they say go home, rest, drink lots of water. Essential oils are amazing. Our bodies let them in. They know that they are good for us. Essential oil can penetrate the cell membrane and can get to where that virus is. And so when you are not feeling well, there is something you can do. There is something you can do to care for yourself. And essential oil will go in and will deal safely with the virus and offer you support. I'm not saying that because we have essential oils, we never get sick. I'm saying that maybe if the world is sick for a week, we might be sick for a few days. Or if the world is sick for 2 days, we might be sick for a half a day. It makes a difference. We are fighting and winning before sickness even comes, because we're using proactive. And when it comes, we're getting better faster. Onguard is the oil that I want to talk about here. And this was the protective blend that I mentioned. It is all about immune support. It's such a great oil in this season. It heightens immunity. It protects. It's kind of like putting yourself in like a little bubble. You can diffuse it. You can gargle with it for a sore throat. You can use it topically. It's great for cleaning. It makes a great hand sand, hand soap. There are Onguard throat lozenges that you can use when you've got discomfort in your throat. They are delicious. Honestly, if you've got like teenagers, Whitney's not a teenager, but she's getting old enough that like sometimes it's like a candy. It's like a treat because it's that perfect little immune boost that way. There are wipes. There are Onguard wipes. You can see them all across the bottom of the screen. Look at all those amazing Onguard products. These are not for like your face or for a bottom. These are for like a grocery cart handle, okay? Or a surface or an airplane tray. So lots of variety. There's toothpaste, there's mouthwash. Onguard smells like oranges and clove and cinnamon. It's kind of like fall in a bottle. All right. The third cool thing about essential oils is that honestly, they're affordable, and you might be like, I don't get it. I don't feel that way at all, but hang with me here. They are more affordable than traditional medical care. You will find that essential oils are just pennies per dose, and we save very significantly on our medical costs each year because we have our oils to use. If you think about it, an average of, I don't know, you can pay for your starter kit of oils by missing just one doctor visit. That's all it takes. If your essential oils keep you home from one doctor visit, they've paid for themselves. Okay. And so an example, ear discomfort. Again, that might be mostly my season of life, but if we had ear discomfort, I could rush, us to, depending on, it's always a Friday night that it happens, to the emergency room, pay an insane amount of money, navigate all that. They might give me something that it wouldn't be necessarily super helpful, or we could take 2 drops of tea tree and 2 drops of lavender and just put it around the outside of the ear and massage down the eustachian tube. And that cost us 84 cents an application. And I never left my home. I never got out of my pajamas. My kid wasn't screaming. I wasn't starting the car in the dead of winter. Those are things that are very significant to me. All right. So the oil I do want to say something there. I am very grateful for good medical care. And I'm not like an anti-medicine or doctor person. When we need it, I am so very grateful for it. But I'm telling you, this mama, if there's something she can do at home, she will be doing it at home. And so I just want you to know I'm not against it. So let's talk about lavender for a minute. It's good for so many things, like literally over 150 uses. They call it the Swiss Army knife. It's calming to your mind if you're stressed. It's calming to your skin for cuts and scrapes and stings. It's a natural antihistamine for that response that we sometimes have. It's great for teething babies along the jaw. It's great for acne, owies, just anything really. Okay. And I would encourage you, some of you might be thinking, oh, lavender, I don't really like the smell of lavender, but have you smelled real lavender? This is just a real gem. Okay. So pop quiz. I hope you were listening. Did I tell you that I was a teacher and that there was going to be a pop quiz? Now you're like, why am I on this call? Okay. So remember how I told you about the chat box? I want you to use the chat box. And like, this is like a race. Don't blow it. There's got to be somebody competitive on this call. Can you tell me what are the 3 cool things about essential oils? Who can tell me? I better pull up the chat so I can watch. My mouse disappeared. So I don't know that I'll be able. Melissa, read them to me.
I'm watching, drum roll.
Okay.
You made me have to get up and get an Onguard.
Onguard lozenge. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my screen doesn't work at all. That's okay. Now I have to see if I can exit out of this so I can see. This is laughable. Did somebody just type? It looks like there's a new message.
Kathy Smythe wrote inexpensive.
Inexpensive. Boom.
Bernie wrote stay healthy, serenity and health like vitamins. Ellie says safe, affordable, inexpensive.
Okay, thank you. Safe, affordable, inexpensive, effective. You guys got it. You got the point. All right. The next foundational piece that you have to understand that would be doing a total disservice is how do you actually use them? What are the 3 ways to use your doTERRA oils? So first up, aromatically, I've got my diffuser here puffing away. Zella and I were enjoying this aroma while she was feeling disgruntled. So basically it's just water and essential oil, and it's wafting up into the air of your home. It's amazing because your house smells amazing. You're cleansing the air. Everyone who comes in says your house smells amazing. You can change the way it smells after dinner time or after you've cooked something. But it's doing a very important job. It's changing our mood. It's killing germs, and just so many different things. So it's very versatile. Some of my favorites, I have adaptive in here right now. Favorites are orange and spearmint. I love that. Cinnamon and fir. It depends on the season, but this is so great and such a great way to change what's going on in your home or wherever you are. Even just smelling your oil from the bottle is a perfect way to use it aromatically. So you can do that too. The second way would be topically. Listen, your skin is your largest organ. So every product you use on your skin is being absorbed like a sponge into your body. So when you know better, you choose better. And when you start to reduce your toxic load and you start paying attention to what you're putting on your body systems do a better job at their normal life-giving functions that they should be doing, rather than trying to cleanse out all the stuff. When we bring in 1,800 toxic chemicals into the average American home, we are taxing our bodies. They are working overtime to clean everything out. Okay. One of the things, whether you like this phrase or not, however you want to phrase it, like helping people understand how to ditch and switch or to kind of green up some of those things is such an amazing process. Even your laundry detergent is rubbing off on your skin all day when you wear your clothes. So these are things to think about, and we love helping people with this. So topically, you're going to use an oil for localized benefits. If your elbow hurts, put it on your elbow. If your back hurts, put it on your back. If you're not sure what to put it topically, bottoms of the feet, and if you can get to your spine, to your back. So many nerve endings there, such a great spot. Okay, can't go wrong there. If you're using an oil for an emotion, I would recommend over your heart, on your pulse points. Okay, so those are all great tips. And the final tip for topical use is diluting an oil. My friends, dilute is such a confusing word because you would think you're making your oil less effective, but you are not. You are indeed making it more effective, because essential oils evaporate quickly. So when you dilute them, which I'll tell you how, they are going to stick around longer, they are going to last longer, and they're going to have an even longer effect. Okay, so not a bad thing to be doing. So diluting an oil, fractionated coconut oil. This is right from Doterra. Grab the pump top that goes on it. It's coconut oil, always liquid. The fat has been removed. Okay, it doesn't go rancid. It's not super greasy. This is the perfect way to dilute your oils before you apply them topically. It will just be wonderful. Okay, I always dilute for somebody who's under the age of 6 and somebody who's older with more sensitive skin, but it's just really a good practice for everyone because of, well, it makes your oil more effective. Okay. I do have to say that everyone will have an experience at some point in their oil journey where they put like an oil on their hand and then rub their eye, and it's like the sensation is too strong. You will not lose your eyesight. Let me just give you a tip. You grab your fractionated coconut oil and you put some in your hand and you rub it around your eye, right? It's kind of like your first aid, like emergency, like, okay, grab my fractionated coconut oil. We can fix that. All right. And then the third way is using oils internally. This is special to doTERRA, right? doTERRA oils are recommended to use internally. All right. I would really make sure that you're using a glass or a stainless steel container if you're going to be using your oils in your water. You're going to drink so much water because it tastes amazing and you're going to feel amazing, and it's going to help your body function better. Lately, I've been doing spearmint and frankincense in there, which has kind of been changing my life. Lemon, orange, lime, grapefruit, can't go wrong. Cinnamon, switch it up, mix them up. Another way would be in a veggie capsule. This is an empty little pill. You put your oil drops in, you cap it off, and you take it. That way you don't have to taste the oil that you need. Also, you can put an oil right underneath your tongue. There are times when I'll put peppermint or digestin right underneath my tongue, and I'll enjoy the benefits of the oil that way as well. Okay. And I do have to give a little shout out. The bullet point is not on here, but cooking with your oils, right? Rosemary oil, basil in your spaghetti sauce, orange or peppermint in your brownies, some lemon in a salad dressing or in lemon curd pie. Asian night, use your lemongrass and your ginger, reach for your oils, right? Health benefits, affordable right there, pennies per drop, gonna love it. How do you know if you can consume an oil? You need to look on the bottle. for the supplement facts label. There will literally be a label on it that will tell you. If that label is not there and there's just an ingredient list, that means, and it will say only use aromatically and topically. That means to not use it internally, okay? All right. Here are 3 really simple examples of how you would use your oils aromatically, topically, and internally this time of year, so you can kind of put it into practice. All right, so let's talk about some cold relief on the top left. You could take 6 drops of lemon, 6 drops of Breathe, and 5 drops of Onguard and put them in your diffuser. Breathe it in, let it go all around your home and help fight the good fight and do that work for you. How about taking those same oils and put them in a roller bottle with Doterra's fractionated coconut oil? Roll on the spine, bottoms of feet. It's going to help you fight off that cold as well. And then internally, this is a recipe on the screen with some of like the top antiviral, antioxidant, antibacterial oils. And you would put them in a veggie capsule and take them internally for support, right? So 3 ways: use the oils aromatically, topically, and internally. All right, pop quiz. What are the 3 ways you can use your oils?
Drum roll.
Yeah, Melissa, man the chat box for me, please. Thank you.
I actually managed to put my shoes on. It was a huge accomplishment while you were teaching that.
I'm so proud of you. Nobody likes my pop quizzes.
Oh, I think it's coming. I can see Bernie's like writing a paragraph. She aromatically, topically, internally. Look at that. Boom.
Boom. Okay.
She's a slow typer.
That's so funny. You guys are hilarious. Okay, so I already talked through some of like what I would consider like the most popular, versatile, 10 most needed essential oils. We talked about peppermint a little bit. We talked about Onguard a little bit, and even lavender. My line is the best time to buy the basics or the 10 most needed oils is before you need them. Okay. So you're going to be set for the things that come your way. So let's take a look here at wild orange. Did you know that 155 oranges are in this bottle of Doterra wild orange? Okay. And that is because we do not add or take away anything from nature. We just bottle it as is. 155 oranges. Isn't that amazing? Have you ever like peeled an orange and the little mist squirts you in the eye, like gets you in the face? That is what we're bottling up. That is what's happening. I love this oil. I think it's like happy sunshine. It's very positive, energizing, invigorating. I talked about how oils are smart a little bit, and something that I want you to understand is that they kind of meet you in the moment. This blend right here can be very relaxing, or it can be very uplifting based on what's going on for you. Like if I'm exhausted, this is a great perk, like pick you up, get you some energy, get you going. If I'm nervous or stressed, I can also use the same oil to calm me down if I'm feeling worked up. That's the word for that is adaptogenic. And that's what our oils are. They personalize to your biggest need in that moment of time. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. So you're going to take your wild orange, you're going to put it in your water, your diffuser, your brownies, put it into your cupped hands, breathe it in when you're feeling worked up. And this is really going to turn your mood around and offer really great support. Breathe. No surprise here, this is the respiratory blend. When you get more oxygen, you just feel better. This smells very fresh, eucalyptus. It's kind of like a fresh homemade Vicks, you know, this is what you're going to use it for. It's going to open up your lungs, your nasal passages. It comes in a variety of ways. There are drops, like I showed you with the Onguard. There is, those are like little cough drops. Okay. So those are great if you're having like an irritating cough. There's the Breathe roller, which I have in the girls' rooms because I love to dilute the minty sensation of this one for them. And I love being able to put some on their back or a little bit on their chest if they're having, or bottoms of feet if they're having a cough and, or some congestion. And this is like a giant glue stick of Breathe. And so it comes kind of in this, like, it's basically like a big chapstick, I think I should say. And it's, again, that has that kind of gel base without any of the petroleum that you might get from something more traditional. And you're going to be able to roll that right on and offer support for your respiratory system. Okay. Put a drop of Breathe in your shower, in the corner of the shower on a washcloth, maybe let that open up your airways and invigorate you for the day. And it also is very helpful for keeping people quiet at night. It's great to diffuse. Maybe also dilute and apply topically over the sinuses. Bottoms of big toe is a great reflexology point to help with snoring. Okay, so use your breathe, love your breathe. Respiratory support is so great, especially right now. Deep blue. Does your body hurt all the time? Does your body hurt when the seasons change? When you overdo it and you've done more than you should have done? Deep blue. This is just going to offer the most wonderful relief. It comes as just the straight oil. It comes in a roller. It comes in a lotion as deep blue rub. And my personal favorite that I will never be without, the deep blue stick. They added Copaiba in there. Okay, so we'll talk about Copaiba too. So this deep blue, I just like can't say enough about it. There are like literally athletic departments that are using a whole pump size bottle of this and caring for their athletes with it. It has the most amazing warming and cooling sensation. I love to use it. I use a little less at night right now because it chills me with that cooling sensation because it's like -45 right now. But even on the bottoms of your feet after the end of a long day on your feet, it's just so soothing and wonderful. Great for growing pains. You're just going to rub it right onto wherever it's hurting and you're going to feel that relief sink in. Pop quiz. Okay, this one's really easy. I'm not going to make it complicated. I want you to tell me of the oils that we just talked about. I actually am going to ask a couple questions. I lied. Which do you like love the most, or which, if you already have it, which do you use the most and how do you use it? And if you don't have them, which of those three would you like the most? So we talked about wild orange being energizing and also relaxing. We talked about deep blue for discomfort and breathe for respiratory support. So which way would you be using it? You know, and if you're using breathe for your snoring spouse, that's okay. You can put that in there too. You never know. I'll give you a second to do that and then I'll come back and look. For the sake of time, I'm going to keep going to the next ones. Is that fair? Digestion. Digestive blend, healthy digestion. This is everything from feeling queasy and nauseous to I overindulged, to I went out and I ate something that didn't agree with me, to I have a stomach bug, anything GI related. Okay, it's good for indigestion, gas, bloating, all of that, even yucky burps and like a healthy acid response. Great for that. Okay, you'll notice on here that it talks about both. Oh, it doesn't say that on there. Never mind. But it's good if things are moving too quickly through your digestive system or not moving fast enough, it will meet you where you're at. That's that adaptogenic piece and care for you in that way. Remember, that's the beauty of nature's medicine cabinet. It customizes to you. This has like kind of a black licorice peppermint smell, kind of like peppermint candy canes and black licorice combined. I think this is a great one to always keep with you on the go because nobody likes when your stomach is hurting when you're not at home, especially. Okay, so love this blend. Lemon. Okay, it takes 75 lemons to make this one bottle. It's very cleansing to your body. It's like cleaning your body's filters. And remember, your body's filters are working really hard to do their job and to keep the gunk out. And we love them for that, but we want to care for them too. A quick tip for you about lemon. If you grab lemon and the lavender we talked about and the peppermint we talked about, you can make an amazing support for seasonal issues. Maybe you've got itchy, watery eyes, itchy skin, that seasonal piece that's really going to kick that back. What you'll do is you could take 2 drops of each in a shot glass and throw it down the hatch. If you want to, you could swish it for a little bit before you swallow it, and that will help too. Adding lemon to your water throughout the day is such a great way to get this oil in. Remember, stainless steel or glass container, and it really is going to help balance the pH levels in your body. It helps keep you in an alkaline state, which is really important versus being in an acidic state. So love our lemon. I personally want every home to have a bottle of lemon, and here's why. I still think it's 4 cents a drop. It might be 5 cents a drop now. Bottom line is 4 to 5 cents a drop. You can replace every cleaning product in your home with this bottle of lemon. It's an $11 bottle, okay? You get some spray bottles, you mix some water with it. If you really want, you can put vinegar in, but you don't have to. You can do it if it makes you happy. And you're gonna clean your windows, you're gonna get permanent marker off things, you're gonna get gum out of your kids' hair, you're gonna get sap off of things, all of it. It's great for windows. It's just everything. You wouldn't believe. Stainless steel sparkles. So this is your cleaner. Do not miss this. Frankincense, it's the king of oils. It's always been highly revered. I don't think anything has really changed. Did you know just from smelling the bottle, you can increase oxygen flow to your brain by 28%. I talk to a lot of people, myself included, who would like to improve their concentration, to clear up some brain fog, to have more clarity. This is your oil, okay? Smell it, put some across your forehead, put some on your thumb, rest it on the roof of your mouth, drop underneath your tongue, however you want to do it. It is going to make such a great difference. It really is about helping your cells function well in a healthy manner, not in a disease manner. We say when in doubt, frank it out. You're supporting nearly every body system with this oil. It's great for head discomfort if that's something that you deal with. It's just a very, very empowering thing to be able to reach for, knowing that you're supporting so many body systems. You can use it for your skin, for amazing complexion. So this is just a really powerful, wonderful, versatile oil. When you add frankincense to any other oil you're using, it makes that oil better. So it has some amazing properties that it does that for the other oils. Pop quiz. Frankincense, lemon, or digest zen. If you had to pick one of them, which would you pick? Do you want digestive support? Do you want your brain fog to be gone? Or do you want to clean your whole house naturally? Hard to say, hard to pick for me. I can't decide. All right, while you're thinking about this, I want to make sure we have a couple minutes to talk about some very special oils from Doterra. These are some newer oils. Adaptive on the left side of your screen is phenomenal. Doterra scientists worked on this for almost 4 years. Doterra has 10 doctors and over 30 scientists on staff whose only job is to test and study these products and to make sure they're safe for you and see how they work on your body systems. If you feel like you suffer from anxiousness, chaos, moodiness, negativity, obsessiveness, overthinking, or worry, please pay attention. You're going to want adaptive. This can be taken daily for somebody who's in a high stress, high trauma life, or as needed for a grouchy mother or a hard, busy day. All right. It comes in 3 products. I bet you can't guess why. Yeah. Okay. So you've got the oil bottle, the 15 ml, and that one is great for aromatically in the diffuser. You can also make a homemade roller with it. You've got the gorgeous roller with the stainless steel top ready to roll over your heart, scribble on your hands, breathe it in, have a minute. That is your adaptive roller. I've got mine right here. I've got my adaptive and my adaptive roller. And then you've got your internal support with the matching capsules. And those have the addition of GABA, scaledium, and ahi flower. And I would show you our bottle, but it's gone because we empty it out into our vitamin containers. And Gary, Gary uses adaptive every day and cannot be without it. So he has it hoarded away right now. So those capsules are just so great and such wonderful support. Mental wellness is such a top health goal for, I'd say, almost everyone across the board, kids, adults, and everyone. Okay. It's a significant crisis that's going on. And if you use these 3 together, you will get the best results. The reason that Gary uses them so faithfully is because they have completely shifted his focus, the way that his brain works and his thinking that way. And so they're so key for him in that, like, not feeling scatterbrained. Okay, on the other side of the screen, let's look at Copaiba, or if you're from Brazil, you say Copaiba. It comes from the Brazilian rainforest. It's really soothing for anything like discomfort-wise. It helps people sleep. It calms down your nervous system. If you've got like nervous system misfires or a tremor, this is a fabulous support. I was reading a testimony of somebody who, like, rather than using almost $350 of medical marijuana, they used just one 35 bottle of Copaiba of this oil. Okay, that's a pretty significant savings. So this does come from a sister species, but not from the that was my adaptive, not from the marijuana plant. And I really want to take a minute to help you understand this because I think this is so critical. I would 10 times over choose Copaiba over any CBD product. And here's why. It's more affordable. It's more effective because it has a direct effect. And there is zero, I repeat, zero concern with any THC. You will not be fired from work. You will not fail a drug test. You will not be looking for Cheetos or having any hallucinogenic effect, okay? It's a very popular and powerful oil, and it's a very gentle oil. When my child is teething, she opens up, and I put a drop of this oil right into her mouth. It is gentle, it is powerful, and it should not be missed. This is a great oil, and I love it. Something that I think is really important to consider, and I know we've gone through so much information, is like, what are your top 3 health concerns? Like, what are you trying to focus on? What does that look like for you? So if you've got your piece of paper, jot some of those things down. Do you want to sleep better? Do you want to live a more stress-free life? Would you like to get rid of anxious feelings? Do you have allergies, high blood pressure? Do you have discomfort in your body that you'd like to relieve? Jot those things down. And the truth is, if you don't have any health goals, then maybe look at, or health concerns, look at like health goals. Maybe it would be a different way to look at it. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to get 8 hours of sleep at night? Do you want to green up your home? You can jot those things down too. And as you're kind of looking at those and considering that, I want you to imagine your daily life without any of those concerns. Anything you wrote down, oh yeah, I would say basically anything that you wrote down, I can say I've got a Doterra oil or product to support you on a wellness journey. We've got a whole book of remedies. We've got a lot of different support and some amazing science and research that's coming down the pipeline. And I just think that I can't say enough about it clearly, right? So if I was building a brand new house and I was going to get rid of all the chemicals, all the junk, getting back to nature-based products, sustainable packaging, green up your home, I would have to start with the foundation. Okay. And really, truly the foundation of a healthy house in Doterra is Doterra's vitamins. And without the vitamins, the foundation of our house crumbles. Like you can ask, my mom would agree, our oils, like my health is significantly better. My oils work better with this foundation in place. Oils are fabulous, but our bodies need quality nutrition to build upon. And our food sources have changed. That's just the truth of it. The way we grow our food, the way we harvest our food, like 8 oranges from it would take 8 oranges today to be the like equivalent of 1 orange of my grandfather's time. Like the nutrition has been bred out of our food. It's very different. Okay. So the other thing is that when you're looking at like vitamins are like a thing, I get it, but so many of them are deeply compromised. So many of them don't even open up. Like there was an article one time about like millions of pounds of vitamins being in the sewer system. Okay, so there are a lot of lawsuits going on. Quality matters, and there's a reason this is one of doTERRA's top selling products. It's maximum nutrition for energy, focus, relief, and well-being. Okay, so I love looking at the bullet points in this white section here. I think it just highlights really well the kinds of things that these vitamins are working on: antioxidant and DNA protection, eye, brain, nervous system, liver function, and digestive health. My digestive system is completely different. More energy and less discomfort. Totally notice that. Immune function. We are sick way less often and way differently than we were ever before. Stress management, cardiovascular health, and a healthy inflammatory response. This is so key to kick back inflammation in your body. Inflammation just leads to so much disease. All right. I've got my little vitamin container right here. Gary has his own. We will not be without these. If we run out, which we've learned not to, I've gotten better about it because it was cataclysmic. Gary goes over and breaks into my parents' house and takes theirs. Okay, so it's these 3 bottles. It's a 1-month supply for somebody over 100 pounds. And it honestly is super affordable. I think when you look at the vitamin market, this is an incredibly affordable option. The Microplex VMZ is the whole food vitamins and minerals. This is so interesting. So this is created to like be a perfect match to like the traditional, wherever you live, like what your food is like, right? So if I bought a pack of Lifelong Vitality in China, it would be entirely different because their diet is different there and we all eat differently. So it's formulated to meet them where they're at based on how they eat. Alpha CRS, this is your antioxidant, your cellular energy, and your longevity. Really powerful anti-inflammatories in here. And the XC Omega is your omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acids and 9 essential oils. Okay, no burping these up, by the way. I love that. So it's very important that you understand that health begins in the gut. Maybe you've heard that. And I really want you to know that you have the option to add on 2 amazing digestive support products at a discounted rate when you grab the vitamins. The PB Assist is Doterra's probiotic, 6 million CFUs, amazing. It's got a probiotic on the inside and prebiotic on the outside to help it survive through your stomach without being compromised by your stomach acid. Terrazyme is a whole food enzyme, and it's going to pull nutrition from your food so your body can use it. This is so critical, okay? Did you know if you and I went to the grocery store and we tried to recreate what you see here on the screen, it would cost $900. $900 worth of healthy groceries hiding inside these 3 vitamins and 2 gut support products, okay? This doesn't break the bank at all, okay? So this is just a kind of a visual of what that would look like. Hey, Gary, because you love me, would you grab my charger? Thank you. So here's what I think. How do you get started? What does that look like? It's easy. You're going to grab a starter kit. They're deeply discounted below wholesale pricing. Okay. You literally pay less than what I pay to get these. I wish that I could buy starter kit over and over again. Then remember, the best time to buy oils is before you need them. If you're hugging the porcelain throne at 2 a.m. and you don't have your digestion, you're not going to have time to order it and get there, right? You want it now. So let's take a look at some of them. They include a free membership, which just means you get amazing support and amazing access to discounted prices for a whole year. Nobody's going to hound you or bug you. You just have access to it. And the good kits come with a free diffuser. And I love that about a lot of these kits. Thank you. You might have to use the plug on the other side. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I don't know where that kit went. Okay. There's no image for it. Okay, the Healthy Habits Kit, I'm going to tell you about it really quick. Just imagine it with me. It comes with the vitamins we just talked about, the 3-pack, and the 2 gut support products. All right. It also comes with the Deep Blue Rub and 5 oils. It saves you $75. That one is $195. That's a great start. The Natural Solutions Kit. This is the largest kit. This is for somebody who wants to make over their whole home in one fell swoop. Your medicine cabinet, your vitamin cabinet, a huge, awesome diffuser, your toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, a box to hold your oils, lotion, top 10 oils, Deep Blue Rub, soap, hand sanitizer, Onguard Plus, all of it. It saves you $250. This is a top seller for good reason. It's a great savings, and it is worth saving up for to be able to just green up your home just like that. The Home Essentials, still a favorite, cute, amazing, love this. Top 10 oils, diffuser, can't go wrong. This is going to save you $104.50. Okay. So all of these kits are going to get you access to the wholesale. Oh, there's my Healthy Habits. I feel so much better. There it is. Okay. In all its beauty and all its glory. It's a great kit as well. So all of these kits, they get you access to that wholesale all year long, our support page. And honestly, whoever invited you to this class loves you so much, they wanted to share these beautiful oils with you and get with them, let them help you find a kit that meets what you're working on with your health and meets your budget as well. There's that cute little image there. Okay, so what you can do is you can take a minute right now and you can text whoever invited you to this class and be like, this is one that stands out to me, or these are my top 3 health goals and what I'm working on. What kit would you recommend? And you can kind of have that conversation with them. When you are a part of our oily family, what can you expect? What does that look like? Well, you get a welcome packet and a welcome gift. You get a personal consultation so we can customize and personalize an oil plan for you based on what you're working on. We don't want you to have oils and let them sit because you don't know what to do with them. That's no fun. You get access to our VIP education group. We do tons of education and giveaways and support, and we have a lot of fun over there. So you'll get access to that and that community and ongoing support. We do weekly classes, monthly classes. We're here to support you and to care for you all along the way. Life with oils isn't perfect. It's just better. Okay. So, we just love being able to do this and being able to teach people about oils, and helping you find a kit that works for you and get you a gift in the mail to help you get started and all of that. All right. So pick your kit, talk with your person, and you won't regret it. You won't even look back. I promise you. So something that I want you to know is that there are three types of people who attend these classes. There are people who are just like love their products. They're like, I want to feel better. I want to be better. I just love all my products. I can't get enough of them. And that's my favorite thing. And there are people who share their products. There are people who are sitting here who are like, my mom really needed to hear that, or my sister really needed to hear that. And they honestly work towards what we would call free natural healthcare. They share enough oils to get their oils that they want for themselves paid for. All right. And there are others who build. These are people who want to earn an income, make an impact. Maybe they've suddenly lost their job. Maybe they're ready to be home and have a change of pace. They want to put in the time and intention towards making a difference. There is no pressure on any of this. Did you know that no matter which one you are, live, share, or build, you get the same perks from Doterra? They don't treat you any differently. They care for you all along the way. And there are no like quotas or requirements. You can start as live. You can decide you want to share. You can go back to live. You can decide you want to build. You are in charge. You write your own ticket. These are just the things that you have access to. And this is something for you to be thinking about. Do you know that 2.2 million women left the workforce between February and October? There are so many things that have like shifted in our world. And for, I think so many of us, it's families that have gone from like a two income household to a one income household. And I really do love what I do. And I was putting some of these pictures into the slideshow last night, and I was thinking about like our journey. I'm like, how do I even encapsulate or summarize our journey of, building a business with Doterra? And when I reflect back on it, I think about Gary and I, young, married. I was working a job that I just really didn't enjoy, and I walked away from it. And I already loved my oils at that point, and we had them in our life. And I said, I think I'm going to go see if I think this is a company that I could like engage with, that I feel like they're doing good things. And I decided the answer was yes. I would love to partner. It would be foolish not to partner with Doterra. And we got started sharing oils with other people intentionally. And what started in that season of life became, oh my goodness, I'm pregnant, but I get to be home and flexible with our babies. And then it occurred to us, this could be big enough that Gary could step outside of a traditional 9-to-5 job. And that to me was more appealing than anything else. And so we worked hard after that, very hard after that. Side note, if you don't want to bring your husband home from work, that's fine. He can stay at work. That was important to me. And so we reached this point in our lives and our journey where on our way to bringing Gary home with Doterra, Gary's position was very suddenly eliminated at work. And so Gary was home. Hello, Gary. And so because of Doterra and what we've created, we had the margin to be able to embrace that season instead of feel fearful about it. And we spent that time with our girls, sewing into family time and really being together and very prayerfully and considering what next steps were. And along the way, Doterra in that space created the space. So Doterra created the space for my husband to start his dream business, his dream job. And you're going to laugh when you hear what it is, because I didn't even know it existed, but he has a garbage and recycling business in our small town. And it has revolutionized our life, our family, and the space that Doterra created for him to be able to do that. And for me to be able to share oils in a way that I love has been incredibly significant and incredibly meaningful. And so this journey, I don't know that really sums it up well, but I think that Gary and I want families to be able to be together if they want to be together. We want moms to be able to be at home if they want to be at home. We want grandmas and grandpas to have flexibility if they want to have flexibility. And so we are working very hard to continue growing in what we have, because we want others to have this too. Doterra has launched something called Founders 2.0. It's a couple years old, but basically Founders 2.0, if you are a founder, you are receiving compensation from Doterra year after year. It's about $80,000 a year. And all I can think is what good can be done when that money is available, like the things that we could do for other people. And if the people who want to be founders with us, the things that they could do too. There are people who are becoming founders just to give that 80 grand away. And that is where we want to set our eyes on next. And we are looking forward to that next chapter of what we're going to create and who's going to come with us. So something that you might be wondering is like, how do I make money? Okay, so here's the process. You sample people, you get them the oils in their hands. Here's your lavender for your sleep, your deep blue for your pain. Here's how you use it. You give them an experience, and then you teach them about oils. This is how you use them, what it looks like. You help them enroll. Which kit is the best for you, which meets your budget? Let's get you started. And then you support them, you care for them. We help you with this. We have so many things in place to help care for people who have their oils. If you're wondering if this could work for you, I would ask yourself some of these questions. Are you passionate? Are you driven? Do you love people? You're going to be helping people and caring for people along their wellness journey. Okay. If you literally hate being with people, you should consider that. You should consider that. And can you follow a system and get things done? You know, we have a process, we have a system that you can insert yourself and your own personality and strengths into and move forward with as you create what you want to create. This is our team. This is our family. This is our Fierce Oiler, Fierce Leader family. We love them. It's a diverse group of women who are working towards all different goals in all different ways. But we do have a lot of fun together. We cause a lot of trouble together. But it really is a joy, and it really is a family. So I just want to remind you, take some time, pick out your kit. Remember that you're getting this kit at a better price than I could get. And so enjoy it and love it, and pick one that it just makes your heart sing, and get started on that journey. I want to thank you for taking the time to be here with me in this class. I hope that it was informative. I hope that it was helpful. If you have questions, I'm here, or your oil girl is here, and to support you in any way that's helpful. All right. All right, everybody, have a great day.